Boom, we are on. Oh, we've got 2 people already. Wow, that's gone quick, hasn't it? So yeah, if you are in the chat, then say hi if there's already a couple of people in here. I've got a haul for you today, because last week the haul went pretty well, and I got more views on Thursday Talks last week than I have done in a while, so I thought we will continue the haul theme, and most weeks from now on, we will have a haul. And the good thing is, doing that, I don't need to think of a topic, do I? You know, I was getting to the point where I was like, oh, well, we don't have a topic anymore. I don't need a topic, because I can just do a haul, and that's what we used to do anyway for quite a while on Thursday Talk. So we're going to do hauls from now on, and I think people will like it a lot more as well anyway, because you can actually see something, and it kind of directs it a little bit more as well. So I saw George pop in there, so hi there, George. Just going to tilt this round a little bit more. There's not too much brightness there. Normally there's a bit of light exposure that comes there, isn't there? But it's okay today. 4 people in now. Hi there. If you are in, you know, drop in the chat. And yeah, we'll get on with the haul in a minute. Obviously I'm going to wait for a few more people to jump in, because as they were just started, so I'll wait and postpone the haul for a little bit, just until we're getting that apex number of viewers in. If you have any questions, comments or queries, drop them in the chat and I will get to them before we do the haul and as we go along as well. I've got a big selection of items here for you today. I've got some cutlery as well. There's actually one item of cutlery I was interested in when I saw the price. I didn't think it would be as valuable as it is. It isn't really valuable or anything, but it's more than I was thinking, so it was quite interesting. We've got Yasmin in there. Hi there. So yeah, I don't know, I suppose, how's everyone's week been? And mine's been okay. Not selling wise, it's been really weird selling recently. I don't know whether anyone else is getting this, but it's gone really slow again. I don't know, it might be the weather or something, but I had a good few weeks, it must have been 2 or 3 weeks, where it really picked up and it was doing brilliantly. It might have even been a bit longer than that, actually. You know, obviously the odd day here and there wasn't brilliant, but consistency wise it was doing quite well. And then it's gone back again to being really awful, so I don't know. I think on one of Steve's vlogs he said that it was poor a few weeks or so ago, but yeah, I've not really heard. I'm not in the Facebook groups or anything, am I? So I'm not really fully immersed in what people, you know, what other resellers' sales are like and stuff, apart from little posts here and there on Instagram. So I don't know, but yeah, eBay has set its domain on vacation. Set its domain on vacation. What does that mean? Is that just saying that your sales are slow, I guess, but I'm not sure. Cracking week this week, every day over 100. Oh, so it's Mike's done good there, so I don't know. Yeah, it's odd. It's just really odd. I've been doing well this week. Bestior, well, yeah, Bestior, and Orange Juice. Yeah, I saw both of us. What was that orange machine? How much did that go for? I forgot on that wasn't 700 quid, was it? 800 quid. Was that right? I saw on your story, but I can't remember what it was. But I know it was a lot of money, but God, yeah, that was crazy. But yeah, that's definitely helped for you, George. But no, it's weird. I mean, I do think that I went to a car boot on Sunday. I said last Thursday that I was going to a car boot on Sunday. I put a community tab post up as well of the stuff I got. Did really well on Sunday. But it affirmed to me this idea. Yeah, 794, George. 795 even. That was an incredible sale. How much did you pay for that as well? Because I don't know. Did you put on the post what you paid? I can't remember the story. But no. So well, I went to the car boot on Sunday and I got so much stuff, and I was getting a lot of toys and stuff. Well, a fair few toys. Did I get any ceramics? I got 1 or 2 ceramics, or 1 or 2 collectible-y bits. But it just said to me, really, that I need to be getting back to the car boots and doing a bit of that. Not because I need the stock necessarily. I can get loads of stock from the auction and everything. But specifically because I need the fast turnover stuff. I've got an abundance of stuff, you know, antiques and collectibles, the bread and butter antiques and collectibles that sell quite slow, but I've got tons of them. You know, I've got loads of them. But I just need more of an element. I mean, of course, I've got things that I occasionally send to Amazon, and of course in Q4 I've got plenty of toys and stuff for Amazon, so I'm okay there, but I just think on eBay again, I need to get back to a bit more of those toys and games and things like that. Not necessarily board games, but, you know, vintage toys and stuff like that, and action figures or whatever it may be. And the only place really I can pick those up good is at the car boot. At auctions you can pick them up, but you're either paying up quite a lot for them, or you just simply can't make a margin on them, or if you do get them cheap, it's a rarity or it's only occasional. So you can't pick them up all the time like that. So car boots, maybe I do need. So I am thinking there's one on not far from me. It's a one-off car boot, but it's always been a decent one for me. Literally just round the corner, and I think that's on Sunday. I need to double check. But yeah, that's hopefully on Sunday. So I might go back, and I know it'll be good for people on the channel as well, for viewers, because I know a lot of people want to see more car boot hauls, and I know they want to see going around the car boots and stuff, but obviously because I don't do car boots, or I've not been doing car boots, I've not been able to put that content out on the channel. So I don't know, I think as an all-rounder it would be better if I start going to car boots again, but I just don't have the motivation to go every week. I'll probably go a few more times over this summer, but I'm not going to say I'm going to go every week, because I won't. I just simply won't. But, you know, if there's ones that I see on and I think, oh, that's half decent car boot, then I will go to it. I'll see what's happening there and hopefully get a little bit of stuff. But, yeah, when I went to that car boot, I definitely thought, yeah, I need to get back into doing a few more car boots and get some more of the toys and stuff. But there is going to be a haul. There is also going to be a car boot vlog coming on the channel in, well, I think a few days, maybe 4, 5, 6 days, something. I've already got a few videos scheduled for before then, so I had to put them at the back of the queue essentially. But yeah, there's going to be a car boot vlog and a car boot haul. The haul video is about 40 minutes long because I got quite a lot of stuff. I was really pleased with how much I got actually. There's a couple of nice items in there as well. So yeah, with that being said, I think we'll get on with the haul in a sec. I'll just check if there's any more comments or anything in the chat. Got it for $280 from Facebook Marketplace last autumn. Well, still a good margin, that. $280 into what, 800. Who's that there? Tommy says, electronics is the only consistent year-round quick turnover. Yeah, I used to do a lot of electronics. I used to do a lot. And video games and stuff as well. Cell phones and anything Apple sells consistently here in the States if you have time to scour all the marketplaces all day. Yeah, I've never really done phones and stuff. I've done computer games and computer systems and VHS players and DVD players and all that sort of, and I used to do quite a lot of that. But then, I don't know, for one, I was picking up a lot of VHS and DVD players from the car boots and also the charity shops. The charity shops sort of dried up for that stuff over the past few months. I don't know why. Or if you find it, it's either too high priced, or it's not got its remote, or it's something's missing with it, or something's happened with it. So I've not really picked up, and obviously I've not been going to the car boots, so I've not really picked up any electronics, but I definitely would agree they are a good flip. They are a good consistent flip. And certainly some of them you can pick up for a $5 or a $10, and literally you can get 50, 60, 100 quid for some of these units, you know, some of these DVD or VHS players that are, you know, for whatever reason the model number is worth a lot of money because it has certain gadgets or gizmos attached to it that allow you to do certain things with it, you know. So GMC, I don't think I've seen that name before, so hi there. I love your channel. I have downloaded all your videos. What does that mean? You've downloaded it on YouTube Converter or something? I have finally managed to get a printer for my daughter. She doesn't use it anymore. It's a Red Canon 3. Oh god, it keeps going off. 3650. I will pick it up this weekend. Oh, nice. So you're gonna, is that printer, I'm guessing for your labels or something, not to sell on, but if it is to sell on, then brilliant. But yeah, I don't know. What does that mean? I have downloaded all your videos. Does that mean you have actually downloaded them with YouTube Converter onto your computer? That's crazy if you have. I've never heard anyone say that. Oh, for labels, cool. Yeah, anyway, thank you very much for saying you love my videos. I'm going through a period, I don't know why at the moment, and I mentioned this last week, so I'm not going to ramble about it. I'm going through a period at the moment, and it seems to be getting increasingly worse. It has been this week, where I'm just getting tons of dislikes on my videos, and I guess that it's probably just a handful of people using different accounts to dislike my videos. And of course, as I mentioned the other week, I think there's a few genuine people in there who dislike it. But, yeah, so it's nice to hear those messages, because sometimes it just annoys me, you know, it just does get to me, and I think to myself, well, you know, maybe I should, you know, take the like thing off, you know, because I can do that, but I mean, well, there's not much point, because whatever's going to happen is going to happen. The pin box just said, just like this one, hun, love your channel, thank you very much. Yeah, if you haven't already, hit the like button, and yeah, we may as well get on with the haul now. So what shall I do first? I will do this thing first. This is something not necessarily brilliant, but it is this community stainless by Wanida, I think that's how you pronounce it, Wanida, and it is a cake slice. Now, as far as I'm aware, this sort of cutlery you're okay to sell on eBay, because it's normally carving cutlery and things like that that are not brilliant, but I'll just hold it up for you there. There has been sales of this on eBay, so I should be okay. I don't think it's breaching any policy or anything. It's just I've never really sold that many cake slices on there, so I always just get a bit, you know, a little bit anxious, a little bit nervous about listing them, because I think, oh, what if it does breach the policy? But yeah, it's this little stainless steel cake slice. Now, I didn't really know whether this would be worth listing or whatever, but I thought to myself, I'll photograph it and I'll do some research and just, you know, whack it on. And it turns out it is, well, I think there's maybe one gone for around a tenner. I think there's one, not this exact one, but there's a few others that have gone for, or that are listed for around 15, 20 quid, something like that. And then there's a few, again, slightly dissimilar ones from this, or slightly different variants to this one, gone for just below a tenner on eBay. But I'm thinking that I can get a tenner out of it, so I'm going to go for a tenner on that one. What someone said, Thomas Hewitt. I know that name, that's someone from high school, I swear, I don't know. But I'm not going to read out what that message says, but yeah. It did make me laugh when it... That's why I went off a little bit, because I just, like, saw the message very, very quickly, and thought, oh god, well, you know, what's going on in there, but, yeah. So, as I say, that is that one there, this little stainless steel cake knife. So, I am going to list that, as I say, probably get about a tenner for it. Unfortunately, I don't really know prices on a lot of this stuff, because I literally just pulled these all out of different boxes out of the spare room, from various auction job lots, and there's one thing from a charity shop. I'm guessing, because a lot of this stuff was in boxes that literally cost me, I got, from the last auction, I got a lot of job lots that were £10 plus commission, but there were 2 or 3 boxes worth of stuff for £10 plus commission. So I'm guessing a lot of this stuff will owe me less than a quid an item. So yeah, probably not a lot of cost in a lot of this stuff for me, but yeah, that's that one there anyway. Next, I will show you these, because these are these were a little bit more valuable than I thought. We've got Peter in the chat. Hi, ads, only in for a short time, no worries. Glad you could pop in for a little bit anyway. Yeah, so I wanted to share with you these, because these were a bit interesting. All they are is salad servers, and I'll get them out here. I'll just show you very briefly in there. I think they're stainless steel. Old Hall salad servers. Now, some Old Hall stuff does okay. I've had the Old Hall, you know, the normal things you get, the coffee or the teapots and stuff like that, and a little set like that. And sometimes it can go for okay money. So some of the stuff is you know, all right from Old Hall. And yeah, I saw the name and I thought, you know what, I'll have a look at that. It's these Alveston salad servers. And I looked on Complete and Sold, and weirdly enough, one of this, I think it was this exact set, had gone for £25 plus postage, and then there was others that had gone for a little bit less, and then there was a slightly larger set than this one of certain salad servers that had gone for 28 or something. So I was surprised that that was worth as much as it was. I was thinking I'd just whack it on for £12.99 plus postage or something like that, but it's going to be about double that. So I was really, really happy. And again, this wouldn't have cost me a lot of quid or something in one of these auction job lots. So really, really cheap. And hopefully, yeah, I'll be listing that for 25. So yeah, I just couldn't believe that really, because it was old haul, and I didn't think, you know, I knew some of the stuff was okay, but I've never really seen much of old haul stuff, especially just like a couple of salad servers like this that go for really decent money like that. So yeah, pretty happy with that. So they're going on. Most of this stuff is going on today. I think there's maybe a couple of these bits that have already been listed. Most of it will be going on today. So yeah, basically I'm just kind of giving you a show and tell of what I'm listing today really. So next is this goofy Mickey Mouse Clubhouse plush, the one that you saw in the thumbnail. And yeah, it's got this little robe on. It's from Mickey Mouse Clubhouse. You can see there's the tag there, so it's brand new with the tag on. Yeah, and I paid £4 for this. And I was like, oh, should I pay? I was umming and ahhing on it because I thought £4, that's a lot. I'd seen one go used on eBay. I've not seen any go brand new used on eBay for around a tenner plus the postage. So I thought, you know what? If it's got its tag, it's gonna, you know, I can list it as brand new. I'm gonna go for maybe either, I don't know, $14.99 or $19.99 on it. And I was, as I say, I was umming and ahhing for £4 because really that's a little bit much for the margin of, for me, you know, just for me personally, if I want to flip something into £15, or, well, yeah, let's say if I want to get $14.99 plus postage, I like being at £2 or £3 really. £1 if possible, or well, as cheap as possible really, but £2 or £3 maximum into £15. But I think I might shoot for a little bit higher than £15 and then just come back to £15 if I need it. You know, if I need to, if it doesn't sell. But yeah, so paid a little bit more than I'd like to on it, but I thought I will grab it because it was the only item I saw at the time, and I thought I will grab that. So yeah, £4 there. Hopefully get about £15 or maybe close to that £20. So yeah, that's that one. So let me put this down. We've got electronic firing squad in, if I can even speak. He says, young Lord Adsman, fellow brethren, hello, hello. I'm skipping Bible study for this. Oh my god. I was telling Lonnie yesterday, Zahir, when I found the ASAP Mob t-shirt, you were the first person I thought of. Lonnie is in garage flips, you mean? Hi Yasmin, Peter, Tommy, lol, I do love a bit of ASAP Rocky. ASAP Rocky, let me type that in. I'm not going to play any of his stuff because I know it'll be copyrighted, but I know who he is, but I'm trying to think of one of the songs that I know of his. I don't know. There's one song of his that I really like. I've not really listened to many of his songs, but there is one or two of his songs that I really like. And what is it, ASAP Ferg or something as well? Isn't that one of them? But I like all that kind of genre. Oh, hey, look, it says on my YouTube feed here, Ads Robinson's live now on Thursday. It's got like a little thing. Anyway, so Lonnie is what was that? Lonnie is a good friend. We talk daily. While meanders, right, in the shed. Oh, I get it. Oh, yeah, because you're from America. I've never seen you in my chats, Tommy, so it's nice to have someone new in here as well. I seem to have someone new in every week, to be honest, at this point, which is really good. Louise is in there. Hi, Louise. And obviously, Zahir was in there as well. I didn't say hi to Zahir, I think. And the pin box has to go, so she says, bye, Ads, have a fab day. Thanks for popping in anyway. So, yeah, we'll get on with the old haulio. So next I've got these little Christmas plates. These are just in an auction job lot. They're nothing too special really, but I thought they were to hand and I may as well show you. So they are like Charles Dickens Christmas Carol plates, Christmas 1982. Now it's a shame because I've not got Christmas 1980. That would have been good. Christmas 1981 there. Again, they're all Charles Dickens ones. What's the crack? DBG says, hey Ads, what's the crack? Does that mean what's happening? What's the haps? I don't know. Is that, what, Irish for what's the haps or something, I don't know. Anyway, and then we have Christmas 1979. So I've got 1979, 1981 and 1982, but not 1980. Again, it's a Charles Dickens themed, a Charles Dickens themed one, A Christmas Carol. And they are by Ainsley. I don't know whether I said most, well, I shouldn't really say most Ainsley stuff isn't worth anything, because I'm sure there's a lot of Ainsley stuff out there that is worth something. But a lot of the more standard Ainsley stuff, you know, you pick up a lot of standard stuff and it's not really worth that much. But yeah, I think I did list these last night, and I've already forgot what I listed them for, because I just list, you know, and forget what I list things for, because I get through them so quick. But I think they were on for $14.99 for free. Would have been nice if I had got, I'd say, at 1980, and if I had a fourth one and I had a nice run from 1979 to 1982, I would have probably charged about 20 quid or something. I'm going to see if I need to come down on them. I need to come down, because a lot of them don't really go for tons of money, especially singularly as well. But if you do little bundles of those Christmas plates, you can get a bit of money back from them. Sometimes they go fairly quick, sometimes they take a while, it really depends. So yeah, anyway, that's those Christmas plates. I'm going to put all the stuff I've done on the floor, because then I'll end up bloody showing you something that I've already done. You know what I'm like, I forget, my memory is terrible. So next we've got these Bostons, Bosons, B-O-S-S-O-N-S, Bosons, I don't know. Anyway, but I realised, I looked on my back, these are from Congleton, and Congleton is literally 25 minutes away from me or something, not long at all, so that was interesting when I saw that. And these are what's known as chalkware. Now, I'd never had any of these. I never knew what chalkware was, never even knew such a thing existed until I had a load of these in an auction job. Like recently I've already sold the monkey, actually. I just sold the monkey for $12.99 plus post or something fairly quickly, so I was happy with that. I've had a raccoon, I've had birds, I've had loads of different things really. But yeah, so most of these, the lot of the common animals don't seem to do brilliantly. That's what I've found. I mean, ignore the auction prices, because there's a lot of these on auction that are getting £2, £4, £5, £6. Ignore those prices. Go in at a bit stronger buy it now price. But a lot of these standard ones don't seem to get much money. I'm sure there are ones, like with anything, where there are some of them that are really good value. Don't get me wrong, I'm sure there's certain animals that you can do really, really well on. But the ones that I've had don't seem to be worth incredible amounts of money. But they're still good bread and butter items. So, there's this one here. I don't know what birds they're meant to be. They're not robins, are they? I don't know. I'm not even going to embarrass myself trying to guess. But there's that one there. And then there's this bird thing here. Now, I've put these on as a little bundle together, and I went for $14.99. I didn't really check solds before I listed them. I went off gut. I know I shouldn't have really done that. But when I checked solds this morning, and it seems that probably $14.99 is gonna be around about right. I might even have to come down $12.99 for the two to get them sold. But it's gonna be about right for what these are. So, because this one had gone for $4.99 plus post on its own, sold on one of the sold listings. So yeah, I don't think I'm going to get huge money for those or anything, but possibly I might get the $14.99 for them, so that's that anyway. Put these down here. I'm going to just look in the chat, because I can see it's, spiraling off and it's getting out of control and people are saying all sorts in there. Let me have a look. DBG, sorry, I'm still in Bible study mode, skipping it for this. Bible study mode? Ah, okay, you're too much of a rebel for me. Oh my god. Catherine says, Bosons, I think that's how you pronounce it, can get a lot sometimes. Yeah, I saw some of the heads. You've said some of the heads there. Yeah, I didn't really look too much at them, but I saw on Complete and Solds and on listed there was a few different heads and stuff, so I don't know. But yeah, if I see the heads out and about, or at auction or whatever, I'll take a look into them. Oh yeah, it's 4th of July, isn't it, Brian? Yeah. DBG, you've not wished me a happy 4th of July, our day of foregoing mail service. What is that? It keeps fading off my screen too quick. Hot dog worshipping and the occasional sparkler for the kiddios. Kiddios! Oh my god, kiddios! Bloody hell. Kiddios, I never heard that before. Anyway, so, oh yeah, DBG did actually put a post about, 4th of July, I saw that. She just says in the chat there. But yeah. I'll have a sip of my tea because I've not had any of my tea yet. So, we've got a few more bits to do, so I'll get through these last bits and then we can have a chat. We're 25 minutes in already, my god, it goes so quick, doesn't it? It's like, I literally click live and then it's done. The live stream's done. It goes so quick. Right, so these are Firth, company Firth, Stay Bright, I'm guessing stainless steel, and it looks like fish cutlery to me. I don't know whether you can see that there. Don't know whether you're going to make them out that brilliantly. But they are, it does look like fish cutlery to me. And then it's not mother of pearl. It's some sort of false mother of pearl, I would imagine. Anyway, it feels it and looks it. Doesn't look like real mother of pearl. But yeah. And they're in this really nice, but quite unusually shaped case, actually. It's a very unusual shaped case. I've never seen one in this... this kind of shape. It's a weird, unusual shape. Brother of pearl, brilliant. Why is that? That isn't actually something, is it? Is that actually something, or are you just having a joke with me? I think you're having a joke. Hello everyone, Pete's Retro Collectibles. Just got home from the gym, lunchtime session. Oh nice. What are we now? Yeah, 1:15. So I don't know what I'm going to go on this. I've not looked into it. I've not looked at complete and sold. I'm guessing I'll go for about 25 quid and then work down if I have to. If it ends up getting me 20 quid or something, then I'm happy with that. But I have sold some Firth stuff, and sometimes it does go for decent money, so obviously I'll look at complete and sold first, but I can't see it being any more than that. But yeah, nice little item there. Again, just got that from one of the auction job lots. Probably not going to cost me a lot. Again, like I said at the start, a lot of this stuff I got from larger auction job lots that, individually, they're hardly costing me anything really. So yeah, this one was out of a slightly smaller job lot though, so this one might come in about 2 quid, individual cost, but it's not a lot, considering I'm hopefully getting 20 or 25 quid for it. So yeah, that's that one there. We'll do this little cool pottery cup next. 1 minute, I'm just going to check in the chat just to keep up on it. Don't think there's anything else in there. Oh, Peter says, got to go, no ads, no worries. Antoinette's in there, hi there. Yeah, I think that's everything. Oh, that's so you can sit it on the cutlery when you have family over, so they don't lift it out of their way. What, the case? Sit it on the... What did he say? Sit it on the cutlery. Sit it on the cutlery. What do you mean, the case? Like, the way the case is made or something? I'm not too sure. I'm not very good with common sense, by the way, as most people will know, so I'm just going to be looking at it thinking, what does he mean? And it's probably going to be blindly obvious, so yeah, I'm not going to try because I am terrible with common sense. Anyway, we have got this lovely cup and saucer by Pool Pottery, hand-painted, and essentially, I didn't know what this was because it was a huge, I knew it was a cup and saucer of course, but it is a huge cup and saucer with a eggplant on there for the American viewers, or an aubergine for the UK viewers. But yeah, I didn't know quite what it was, and then I looked on Complete and Sold, and it's referred to, again, I'll just hold it up there for a second, it's meant to be referred to as a breakfast cup and saucer. I don't know why that is. Maybe you want a little bit more tea in the morning at breakfast, so you have a larger saucer. I'm not sure. But, yeah, that's what a few people were describing it as. And I'm going to go for, again, this might be shooting a little bit more. Maybe I need to bring this down by a couple of quid. But I always do this now. I like to go for a decent price, and then if I come down, I come down. And that's how I like to be, because I've shot myself in the foot so many times. I still do it. I still sometimes shoot myself in the foot. But yeah, by pricing something a little bit too low and then it ends up selling really quick. So I'm going for $14.99 on that, and it's pool pottery. You see, it's modern pool pottery. You can see there's more of a modern mark. And I'm going to go $14.99, and if I have to come down to $12.99 plus postage, then I will do that. But it's a nice little source event. Again, just come from an auction job lot. Cost me pretty much next to nothing. Ask Ads, I'm an ancient. I'm all the way back from the 80s. I know, and it's terrible, terrible. All that time ago from the 80s. I know BCP, there's no pleasing him. He's getting grumpier in his old age. Oh, did that fly just land in my hair? I swear that fly just landed in my hair then. Right. Pete's had an early drink or two. What's going on in here? Bloody hell. What is going on? We're having a right old chin wagging there, aren't we? Right, let me push this to the side a bit. Right, so we've got a few more items. Very quickly, we've got this little, what you call it, like a little tray. I don't know what it would be for specifically, actually. There's loads of things that you can use these for. But, you know, I mean, you're not really going to put tons of fruit in that, are you? So it's not really particularly a fruit basket, unless you just put in a few bits of fruit in there, I suppose. It looks a little bit too big to be a bonbon tray or anything like that. And what's the other thing? Possibly sometimes these can be used for nuts, but it looks a little bit big for those types of things. So I'm not sure, because normally they're a little bit smaller than nut or the bonbon dishes, but I suppose you can use it for whatever you want, really. And it's got this little handle on it. It is silver plate. I don't know whether I just said. No, is it silver plate? Yeah, it is. It's EP&S, and it's got maker's mark on there. You won't be able to see it because it's far too small, but it's got a maker's on there. Probably not a huge amount of money, $12.99, $14.99, something like that, unless that specific maker is worth, you know, X amount more. You know, there might be, if I end up looking at that maker and realising that that maker is something particularly special, then go on Complete and Sold and realise that the price is commanding something fairly good, then obviously it will be worth a little bit more than that. But just for what it is, it's like, you know, $14.99, something like that, plus my postage is going to be about right. But as I say, you never know, that maker could be worth something more. It doesn't feel, like, it feels okay quality, but it's not as good quality as some of the ones I've had. You can just kind of feel it, and you just know it when you look at these things, so it just looks a bit slightly wickety, this one. Yeah, just not as good quality as some of the other ones I've had, so that's always a bit of an indicator that it might not be anything incredibly special. But yeah, that's that one there anyway. We've only got a couple of items left. I'll just hold these up very briefly. This is a bunch of fish knives and fish cutlery and stuff. And these have got sort of fake bone handles, of course, and they are EP&S. Put them down. There is 6 knives and 6 forks, like there should be. Again, I'm going to list these down. Oh, you can see yourself. Look at that. You can see well, you can see the phone. You can't see yourself, can you? But yeah, EP&S it says on there. There's no maker on them or anything. I'm guessing $12.99 plus post, £10 plus post, something like that. If they had a maker on them, you've got to be careful with cutlery, because I've shot myself in the foot with it certain times. If you've got a good maker on it, it can be a lot of money, even if it's unboxed. Or if, you know, you've only got a small set of it or whatever. Don't shoot yourself in the foot. Research the maker, because if you can research a maker, it might turn out to be a really, really good maker, and you could put it on for 30 quid, 40 quid, 50 quid or whatever, just for a small amount of unboxed cutlery. So, research the maker. There's no makers on these, but I can tell that they're half decent. You know, they're not terrible quality or anything. So, I don't know. I'm going to go for around that. They'll probably sell pretty quickly at that, and I'm happy with that, because I can just get them gone, because as I say, they don't really owe me hardly anything in a job lot. So, I'm just happy to get that quick sale, get that quick turnaround. So, yeah. You might be able to charge a little bit more if you're willing to wait a little bit longer, but I'm just happy for a quick sale on them. So, that is those. I will get the final thing up in a second. Chat seems a bit light today, does it say? Yeah, I know, we get a bit... Last few weeks has been a bit up and down, really, with Thursday Talks. Last week was very, very active in the chat. The week before was very quiet. I think maybe the week before that was quite quiet. This week's a little bit more quiet. I don't know why it is. Possibly it's to do with the fact that it's sunny outside. You know, not as many people are in the chat or whatever. We've got 24 watching. Normally we have about 30 to 35. So there's a good, you know, there's a good chunk of the audience that isn't here today. And it is possible that it's sunny outside. It's possible that people are doing other things or whatever. So you know, you don't know. I just take it as it comes really. And if people are in the chat chatting, then brilliant. But yeah, whoever's in here, then I appreciate it. So I appreciate you spending a little bit of time on your Thursday afternoon in here. This chat is heavy. A heavy crew of heavies. Oh my god, that was hard to say, that was, Brian. Yeah, Andrew's not in as well. And who's the other? We have quite a few. I said this the other week actually when there wasn't as many people in, but we have quite a few. And I think a few of them aren't in today. Well, you have Gary's not in. Tap Peddler Derek sometimes pops in. Richard Payne sometimes pops in. Andrew pops in. Who else? Kirsten sometimes pops in. Oh, there are a few others. There are definitely a few others. I can't think, but there are. There are definitely a few others who pop in. Hi, Kelsey. I bet you liked that huge pool cup ad showed a few minutes ago. Why does Louise like pool pottery? Oh, shucks. We're missing Andrew. I know, yeah. Anyway, no, I'm joking. Anyway, so this is the last item. It's something that I was like, oh, what, you know, I was thinking, should I pick it up? Shouldn't I? Shouldn't I pick it up? Shouldn't I? You know, deliberating a lot. I was thinking to myself, oh, should I? Shouldn't I? Should I? Shouldn't I? Shouldn't I? I was spending probably about 3 minutes on this, thinking, what am I doing? And essentially, I came to the conclusion, just pick it up. It was a £5. It was sticking up in the charity shop as a tenner, and I wouldn't have had it for that because there wasn't any margin in it really for that. But well, there was a very, very small margin, but not the margin that I look for anyway. But he then said, well, I'll do it for a £5, and I was thinking, going off complete and sold, is it worth it really? And I wasn't sure, but anyway, so I picked it up. I made the decision of picking it up. It's this Royal Dalton, and as I say, it was a £5, and it's very heavy, so I suppose I'll put it down here. And I'll get the stuff out of it, I suppose. And it's these. The box has a little bit of wear. There's a little bit of wear on the box. It's these mats, place mats. Sort of fruit design place mats. You can see that this one is brand new and sealed. And that was the reason I decided to go on it. If that one hadn't been brand new and sealed, I would have been like, no, I'm probably not going to pick it up. And then you have all the mats are in here. We've got 6 of these little mats here, but these aren't brand new and sealed. I don't know whether they should be. I'm guessing they should have been. So someone's taken part of them out of the wrapping and kept the others in. So there's 6 of them, and then I'll just very quickly get these out. There's 6 of these? I hope there's 6 of these now. 5 there, yeah, with 6 of these. Just very hard to get them out, actually. And then we have, we've got 27 in now, actually. And then we've got 6 of these as well there, 6 there. So, yeah, these aren't brand new and sealed either. So, it's basically partly brand new and sealed. But I've seen one on Complete and Sold go for 25 quid. That was brand new and sealed. I don't know whether these were brand new and sealed on it. I can't remember on the photo. It was very hard to tell whether I could tell definitely that main mat was sealed on the photo, but I couldn't tell whether these were. So it may have been that these ones aren't meant to be sealed, but I can't really accept that. I think that these ones were probably meant to be sealed, and I just couldn't see it very well on the photo. So, yeah, it's basically partly brand new and sealed, this set. And as I say, that one went for £25 plus postage. There is one currently on for a ridiculous price of £42 plus postage. I don't know whether that's brand new or used or whatever it is. Oh, what's happened here? One sec. Oh, what's happened here? Oh, there we go. That's right. Yeah, just being weird, the case then, it wouldn't shut properly, but there you go, it's all shut now. But yeah, so one's on for a ridiculous price of £42 plus postage. One's sold, as I say, particularly in brand new condition, or it was defined in brand new condition. But as I say, I couldn't see whether those other mats were sealed. But then there's one pre-owned gone for 15 plus postage. So really, I think 25 is my max on it. And I think I might be waiting a little bit for that. But if I can get 25 plus postage from a £5, it's not so bad. I'm pretty happy with that. But I was umming and ahhing on it. It was one of those things, if I got, because I always think to myself, if I got this from the auction, how much would I pay for it? And if I got that from the auction, it would probably just come in one of these cheap job lots, and I probably would have paid less than a couple of quid for it. So then, because I'm thinking like that, with that comparison in my mind, I start thinking, oh, well, it's not a brilliant margin, is it? All the rest of it. But yeah, I decided to pick it up because I was also having quite a light day around the charity shop, so it wasn't that much. So I thought, I'll have to pick it up because I've got to get something. I was just so, the last few weeks around my local town, it's been so dire that I needed to pick something up. Although saying that, I went to Altrincham on Monday. I went to car boot on. Oh my God, it was. It's been a busy. Well, it was very busy start to the week because I did the car boot on Sunday. I was selling at the car boot, and going round as well. And I did. And then in the afternoons recording the whole videos and stuff and editing them and all the rest of it and sorting that out. And then on Monday I was in Altrincham, I was getting the parcels out, packaging, all the rest of it. It's really been bloody heck. You know what it's like, if you do reselling to any sort of, fairly decent standard in terms of if you've got maybe over a few hundred items on eBay, then you'll know how it is. Yeah, so I did go Altrincham on Monday, and that was pretty good actually. I say pretty good. It was better than town. I got four items in total, which isn't actually brilliant, but it was better than my local town because some days, the last few weeks, I've literally got one item from my local town. It's been that poor. I think even one time I come away empty-handed, so it's just a bit dire really at the moment. Oh, we got 31 watching now. See, it picks up. It tends to pick up around like halfway. When we get to about halfway, we get more viewers in. I don't know why. We got Brexify in, or Brexify, isn't it? It's Bexify, right? Brexify. What the hell? Oh my God. Anyway, Ads knows I wouldn't do that. I haven't got the coordination. Why? What are you on about? What coordination? What's going on? What is going on in the chat? I don't know what people are talking about. God. DBG has been trolling with thumbs down. Oh, right. From her multiple accounts again. Fight her hatred. Yeah, get the thumbs up. Get the thumbs up. No, I know that DBG wouldn't be doing that, but God, I haven't a clue who's doing it because everyone, I think, right, it's funny because for the last few years, as I've had thumbs down and stuff, I've had suspects, and I think, oh, I wonder if it's them, or I wonder if it's them, and it's not necessarily anyone, particularly on these chats or anything, or I don't suspect anyone in here, but there's certain people within the community who I know are a little bit of a rascal kind of thing, and I think, oh, it might be that person, or it might be the other, but then I realise that some people are trolling them, or some people are attacking them on Facebook or whatever, and I think to myself, no, it probably isn't them actually. I can't see it now. So I don't know I don't know who it is. I haven't a clue. But it's some person or a handful of people doing it and getting the kicks out of it. And if they want to do that, then that's cool, Lol, Brexify. Yeah, no Brexit talk yet. No, I know, I'm not going to go into that. Brexify. I don't know what I was saying. Brexify. God, that's weird, that is. I've literally never walked out of a thrift store without at least one item. Really? What? So, yeah, but yours are bigger. Don't forget, yours are huge. Ours are like, some of the charity shops I've been in are not much bigger than this room. Literally, this room isn't huge, and they're not bigger than this room, so... or not much bigger, some of them that I've been in. So, yeah, you got to imagine that. Like, one of yours is probably the equivalent to at least 2 of ours, if not normally 3 or 4 of ours in size. So, yeah, I would say that's got to be a consideration. But oh my god, I've walked out loads. I've walked out tons empty-handed. Like I've probably, I mean, every week I go in, I can walk out of, maybe, let's say I do 10, I can walk out of anywhere from between 3 and 6 or 3 and 7 empty-handed, and then on a rare occasion, very rare occasion, I'll come out of all of them without empty-handed. And in my local town, I think there's 9, 8, 9, I don't know. It used to be 10. It used to be 10, but a couple have closed now. British Red Cross and Oxfam closed, which, to be honest, they weren't brilliant anyway, so I'm not too bothered. But yeah, I'm gonna love spending spending the afternoon in my garage. Pete says it's like a sauna with junk and a laptop. Oh my god, yeah, it'll be hot, won't it? Sean's in, hi there. I still don't think we're leaving. I'm not getting into Brexit talk, for God's sake. I don't know anything about it anyway. I know a lot of people like to, I know British people like to claim that they all know a lot about politics, but I don't have a clue. I mean, I've talked about it very, very briefly in videos before, but I don't really have a clue on it, so I'm not going to pretend that I have a clue like a lot of people do. A lot of people pretend like they know about politics, or think they know more than they actually do, and just to basically sound professional or good or whatever. And that's just not me, because I just honestly don't know enough about it. If I knew more about it, then yeah, I'd talk loads on it. You know what I'm like. Once I get interested in something, that's it. You'll hear about it for weeks and weeks and weeks. But where are you, EFS? Is that Electronic Firing Squad? Trooper says, hi, Ads, first time I managed to catch you live. Oh, welcome anyway. My god. There's so much chat going on now. A minute ago, it was quiet, and then everyone's chatting like loads here. I can't keep up. Our thrift stores are like your grocery stores, but mostly crap. Yeah, they are. I mean, our supermarkets and grocery stores are massive. Well, I say massive. I mean, there's small ones as well. You know, there's the little convenience ones, but even just the ones in my local town are pretty big. You know, and I've seen on Craigslist Hunter's channel and other people's channels how big these thrift stores actually are. You know, certain ones of them, and they are huge. They're like warehouses. We don't have that. We literally, as I say, it's just like the size of this room. So actually, I could have been shooting low at 2 or 3 or 4 times the size. I think bigger than that actually, but it just depends on what charity shop you go in here and what thrift store you're comparing it to, because I'm sure there's some that are similar sizes, but I reckon going off averages, they're quite a lot bigger than our ones. But I suppose we have a lot more, well, not a lot more, but I mean, for example, in a town, my local town, let's say it has 8 or 9, maybe there's only 1 or 2 in the same kind of area as that in America. But then you drive for 3 minutes, literally just 3-minute drive outside of my town, and you've got another 3 in literally a radius of a few miles. You know, 2-3 miles or whatever. So you know, they're just dotted all over the place. So they are smaller, but I do think we maybe have quite a few of them in a certain area kind of thing. So I don't know. Homes in Columbus, Ohio, Las Vegas, Nevada. Oh my god. The gold is in Ohio. I never thrift anywhere else as it's so good there. I've almost finished my tea. That's good actually, and we're coming up to an hour. So yeah, if you've got any questions, because we're done the haul now, so if you've got any questions, whack them in the chat. I'll appreciate any questions. Throw me a bone, because otherwise I'm literally just gonna be sat here like this. Well, we're not got any questions, so what we're gonna do? So throw me a bone, get me a question in there. It's really weird seeing myself live on there. I've not clicked into it, but you can see it's on my current live streams popped up. It's really odd. Oh, do you like the title as well? This is a clickbait title. I was gonna put what was I gonna put? Oh, I forgot what the title was gonna put. But I was gonna put something really big and bold, centered around doing a haul video to try and draw people in. But then I thought, yeah, it's going to be a bit too clickbaity because my haul isn't that good. So then I thought, oh, I know, here's a really unique and inventive idea, which it probably isn't. I'm just going to put, this is a clickbait title, and see what people do to it, see if people respond to it. But I don't know. Maybe it puts people off because they think, oh, right, this is just going to be clickbait. But I don't know. I think I wanted to try and do some sort of, oh, what's the word? It's not reverse psychology. Is that right? Reverse psychology? I don't know. But you know where you trick people into thinking one way and they actually think the other way? What's that called? Someone will put it in the chat. Reverse... Not reverse engineering. Not reverse psychology. Reverse decisions? No. Oh, I can't think of a phrase now. It's such a good phrase as well. Reverse... Oh, someone tell me. I'm going to be on this all afternoon now if no one tells me. Reverse... Yeah, it's reverse psychology, isn't it? That's right, that's right. Reverse psychology. Yeah, it's reverse psychology. I'm just thinking it's something else. Yeah, I think that's reverse psychology. I think that's right. Okay, I think I've got it. Where do you live, Tommy, that you are thrifting is so difficult for you? I've often wondered that, actually. That's something that we could go into a bit of detail on very quickly. Isn't that a bit of a contradiction? I don't know, but, yeah, actually, if certain, and people have talked about this before, but I wonder if certain places in the country are actually better. I know certain people have said, no, it's probably the same, or, you know, in every area, but just different items are in more abundance in different areas, which I do kind of believe, but I think also it might just be better in certain areas, because I see a lot of people, it might be a grass is always greener thing, I don't know, but I mean, you've got to take that into account, really. But it seems a lot of people down London, or around that way, seem to pick up good quality stuff, you know, but then again, some people down London might say, oh, well, you guys up here pick up better quality stuff, so, yeah, it might be just grass is always greener thing. You can't work it out, can you? Or is it reverse psychology? Yeah, I think it's reverse psychology. I'm not 100% sure. Question. Oh no, I haven't. Wait, I need to add those to my basket actually. DBG. I've got them in my notes on my phone, on my book note. Oh my god, I've literally got maybe 65 books or something now on my Amazon. It's insane. And as I say, I've got those on my notes in my phone, and I need to add those to my Amazon basket. So then that'll take me up to, how many did you suggest me? I think there was 4 or something, and then so that will then take me up to probably close to 70 books, and that's about 600 quid's worth of books. And also I've got another 10 books down there to read, because you know what, my reading is so slow at the moment. Okay, I'm making an excuse saying I've not got the time, because I have got the time, but I'm favouring other things. I'm doing either a bit more work, or I'm watching a bit more TV, and I'm not getting back to reading much. I'm currently, oh, actually, you know what, I'll just quickly get it. And don't laugh, I don't care if you laugh, you can laugh. But I'm just going to get it very quickly. You know what they say, haters are going to hate anyway, so I may as well just call myself out or whatever. I'm reading the children's Bible at the moment because I am too... I'm not good enough for the Bible at the moment. It's too this art thou and all the rest of it for me, and all convoluted and all the rest of it. So yeah, children's Bible. I'm about a third of the way through. I've done Samson, I've done Jacob, I've done... Oh, God knows. Oh, Gideon I'm on at the moment. It's going in one ear and out the other. What? In one ear? No, how could it go in one ear? It's not even a talking thing. It's going in and then it's going out, basically. I know what... I remember a bit about Samson. I remember a bit about the 7 years of good crops and 7 years of bad crops in Egypt. But yeah, that's about it. And then I know a bit about the God created the earth in 7 days and let there be light, and then he created the animals, and then he created this, and you know, and I went to a Christian primary school. I kid you not, I went to a Church of England primary school where that's why I've got this Bible. Oh yes, look at this in here. Look, presented to Adam Robinson, 7th of July, 7th of April 2006. So yeah, at C of E Primary School, look at that, C of E Primary. But, and of course we learned a little bit about God and, what's it called, creation? Is it creationary? Or what is it, creationary? Because there's evolution, and then there's evolutionary theory, and then there's creationary theory or something, I don't know. But we learned a little bit about all that, so I know about Noah and all the rest of it, and we recall little bits and bobs, but it's going in one ear and out the other, as I say, but not in one ear and out the other, because it's not, it's not verbal, but, or I can't hear it. But yeah, also there's a little bit, David and Goliath I've read, creationism, that's it. Yeah, well, maybe, I don't know, it might be that. But yeah, I'm reading this because it's nice and easy. And then I'll go on to the actual Bible, because I need to draw comparisons between the Bible and Chinese philosophy. Then I need to draw comparisons between Chinese philosophy and Hindu philosophy and Indian spirituality, then draw those comparisons back to the Bible, and then draw those comparisons back to religions that I don't know yet, which is like Islam and things like that, and Sikhism, which will be fairly easy to draw a comparison between Sikhism and Hinduism and Buddhism because it's very similar. So then I can create a definable philosophy, and I've talked about this before, on my own personal metaphysics that then I can pitch to people as a result of knowledge of all these different religions, essentially. So yeah, I'm starting on this, and we'll work our way through. I'm just saying, George, I'm reading the children's Bible. I'm not reading it to you guys now. I'm just saying that's what I'm reading at the moment because DBG asked me about books. But yeah, and I need to. The other thing that I really want to research into at the moment is chakras, because I've not done any research into I can't even say it, chakras. So I've got a book in my Amazon basket about that, but my God, the problem is there's so much knowledge out there available to absorb, even just in the field that I want to study in, which is philosophy and partially psychology as well. And really, really, it's more theology that I'm into, not just philosophy. I mean, it's philosophy, but it's philosophy tied in with theology. Theology is just like the study of the divine or study of religion. So it's kind of philosophy in the sense of religion. But there's so much to cover on all of that. Just that. I mean, even studying into one religion can take years if you really want to be a master of knowing what it is. And also I have this compulsion to actually become religions. So what I mean by that is, like, for example, last year, in one respect of the word, I became Buddhist. I did what they did. I started meditation. I started practices that they did. I stopped eating meat, all that sort of stuff. I did a lot of what they did because back then, genuinely, I fell in love with Buddhism and thought, I like this idea and stuff. But I want to actually go into these religions, deep dive into them, and really experience them for all their worth. So that then I can actually learn kind of, what it's like? Learning on the job. That's what it's like. Now, to someone who is religious, that might be a little bit, not blasphemous, because certain religions don't pray to a specific God, but it might be a little bit untoward to say that I want to be certain religions over my life, be like all the religions in different parts of my life, just so that then I can learn knowledge on them. Is that a bit, you know what I mean? It feels a little bit wrong to me, or a little bit immoral in one respect, but if I want to expand my knowledge on these things, really, truly, you may have to do that. You may have to actually go down that route of being these religions and stuff. But, yeah, so that's what I'm currently reading. I am enjoying it quite a lot, but then I need to obviously read the proper Bible at some point. And then I want to do, what I have a lot of passion for, looking into, and this is just my age, I think, but I really want to look more deeply into tantric yoga and things like that, and yoga in general. Again, as I say, chakras and stuff. And just do a bit more of a deeper dive into mysticism in general, because I like practicing mysticism, but I'm very rude. You know, I just practice it. I don't actually know much about it. You know, I know bits and bobs and I know general stuff about it, but I don't really know a lot of the bare bones of mysticism and the occult. So I want to actually get a bit more knowledge in that area, and maybe that will actually help me with practicing it as well. It's not really something you practice, I suppose. It's just something that happens. You don't practice a mystical experience. A mystical experience just happens to you. But at the same time, there are kind of things that... It's a way of looking at the world. That's what it is. It's a philosophy and a view upon the world, mysticism and things such as that, and spirituality. But I do just want to actually look at the intellectual side of it, you know? So that's something I want to do. But as I say, I've got so much I want to learn about, and it's just... And then I want to go in... I want to deep dive into other more general philosophical topics, like... oh, what's that word? That's that one. Stoicism or something. The one where your mind is the only thing that can possibly be reality in one way, or you could only ever know that your mind is the only reality, and you know, really this could all be a product of your mind. I think that's what Stoicism is, or might be something else. And then I want to learn positive... what's it called? I don't know. Let me check my Amazon basket. I'll check my Amazon basket. If I'm logged in, I don't know, but... It's called, like, positive something. Positive logicalism or something. Is that right? Or positive idealism? Idealism. That's one of it. Well, that's one of it. But let me go in my basket, because it'll be up here. Right, okay. That's idealism. Logical positivism, that's the one. And then subjective idealism, which these I think are quite similar, I'm not 100% sure. And then stolipsism. And then I've also got in there the Archetypes of the Collective Unconscious by Jung. I mean, oh my god, I've got the Bhagavad Gita, which I think is a Hindu text, or it might... I'm not 100% sure, but... I've just got loads of stuff. I've got Socrates in here, I've got the I Ching, I've got existentialism, I've got Nietzsche, or, you know, Freddie Nietzsche, or however you say it. I've got Sikhism, I've got A Beginner's Guide to the Chakras, I've got the sonnets and poems of William Shakespeare, because, believe it or not, William Shakespeare was, if you look in the right places, he was very, very spiritual. He was very, very intelligent, way more intelligent than most people understand. You know, most people understand William Shakespeare was intelligent, but when you look into Shakespeare from the viewpoint of religion or mysticism or spirituality, you really know he was you know, intelligent for the time in which he lived. It was, you know, it's incredible what comparisons he drew. Just look at some of his poems. I mean, it's just ridiculous. I've got a short introduction on theology, Christianity, Islam, Confucianism, Chinese philosophy, a systemic account of Chinese thought, Zen and the Art of Archery, which is one I really want to read. I've got a lot of Zen books that I want to read. Zen Stick, more Zen stories they are. The Way of Drangsa, I can never pronounce that, but the Book of Drangsa as well. Cultivating Stillness, which is a Taoist manual even. Taoist Guide to Practical Living, so more Taoism stuff in there. Early Taoist Scriptures. I've got the Golden Sunflower Book, or the Golden... Oh, what's it called? Oh, Theologica Mystica as well in there. Divine Names by Dionysius, the Areopagites, or whatever it's called. Hindu Mythology... Tao, the Watercourse Way, The Secret of the Golden Flower, which is a Taoist alchemist text, which is incredible, which I think will be incredible. The Interpretation of Dreams by Freud, of course, because that's basic. The Myth of Mental Illness, which was something that Jordan Peterson recommended. I'm not too sure on my feelings of Jordan Peterson, but I'm still, some of the things he says I like, but I'm still on the fence with him. I'm not too sure whether particularly get with him or not, really. Not get with him, that sounds wrong, doesn't it? Anyway, but yeah, but that was one he suggested. The Meaning of Meaning, I don't know what that's all about, but anyway. The Sarangama Sutra, which is a Buddhist sutra, and I think there should be some more than that. Oh, Lotus Sutra, which is a Buddhist sutra, Classic Mythology, Holy Madness. Oh, Holy Man! I want to read that, because that is the teachings of rascal gurus. If you don't know what a rascal guru is, it's basically someone who has a lot of esoteric knowledge, who's attained enlightenment or whatever, and then they get people, or people come to them who want to attain enlightenment, right? And then they teach them in radical ways and be a bit of a rascal with how they make them understand that basically they have all they were searching for in the beginning anyway, but they do it in such a way that's so funny, and I want to actually read some of the teachings of how they go about doing that, because that is really, really interesting to me. And then, yeah, I've just got some basic philosophy books in here. I've got another Taoist book as well. But yeah, I mean, just tons. City of God by Penguin Classics. The Hero with a Thousand Faces, the works of Joseph Campbell, because I want to look into him as well, because he was, I think he was, I don't know whether he was interested in Zen or not, but he was interested in certain kind of mythology and maybe spiritual matters as well. So it's, yeah, I mean, and that's about it. But there's a few that I've missed out there. I've just picked out a few bit different ones there. Quite a lot, actually. I've got Tractus Logico Philosophus by Ludwig Wittgenstein, I think that's how you pronounce it. I've also got a couple of Alan Watts books in there. I've not read any of Alan Watts' books, which is really weird for me, because I've watched pretty much all of his lectures at this point, or not far off all of them. It's absolutely crazy. I've sunk hundreds, if not thousands, well, definitely hundreds, not thousands, but definitely hundreds of hours into Alan Watts. So I've got In My Own Way, which is his autobiography, and then Become What You Are. And then I've got a load of very short introduction books in there. Oh, The Divine Comedy by Dante's Paradiso and all the rest of it. Aristotle, Marx, Jainism, because I want it's just an introduction book on Jainism, because I just want a little bit more information about that. And then I've got one here, The Book of Job. I don't even know why I've added this one. What's this all about? One of the most powerful and unsettling Bible stories, the Book of... Job! The Book of Job! It's not the Book of Job. See what I mean about common sense? Like I was saying before, common sense. The Book of Job undermines the claim that the Book of Job... That's brilliant, isn't it? Undermines the claim that the world is just governed by justice and meaning. I would like a few books on selfishness and the nature of selfishness, because that's something Alan Watts talks about a lot, and I want to really understand, I understand it quite well, the nature of selfishness, but I want a book, from someone different to really understand that. But I've got a lot of reading to do, and hopefully if I can get all this read, there's 60 books here plus them, if I can get all this read by the time I'm 28 or 29, I'll be fairly happy with that, because by reading all that, I'll have a lot of knowledge of what I want, and then, it's just having a bit of fun after that, really, it's having fun now, really, but I just need to attain this knowledge, essentially, just so that then I can, after that, I'm just sitting there in a room having fun with people, really, because I'll be a lot more knowledgeable in philosophy. And if people don't like what I have to say about philosophy, then they don't like it. There's a lot of philosophers in the 20th century and even before who were radical thinkers and very, very decisive. And a lot of people didn't like them, and I'm always going to be bringing what I can bring to the table with philosophy, and if people don't like my conclusions, then they don't like them, and that's that. But anyway, I'll get going now, because I know I've just Audible, but I suppose, if I'm buying all these books anyway, it might be worth just investing the money in audiobooks and listening to them while I work. Possibly is actually a good point, Matt. I've never read a book from start to finish in my life. You know, George, up until about 4 or 5 months ago, I was the same. I'd never, never. I hated it. Because of having a short attention span, because of social media and stuff, and all the technology that comes about, it destroys your attention span and all the rest of it. And for me, it did anyway. And I just couldn't grasp a book. But then I read. It might be up there actually. I'm not going to get it out. But then I read that book on Jung, and I read it from start to finish, and I really enjoyed it. And I thought, well, you know what? I'll start reading. And then I got into it, and my God, I've gone down a rabbit hole. My God, gone down a rabbit hole. Books galore now. But I mean, it's just because I like expanding my life. I'd love to be, when I'm 60, like 50 or 60, like have the status of being a polymath, so someone who basically has a lot of knowledge on a lot of subject areas, because then I can just, when my kids or my grandkids or whatever come to me, so it's more grandkids, I can actually give them some of that knowledge and really help them structure a philosophy of their own life that will lead them down where they want to go, and will sit them in solid foundation for the rest of their lives, and because obviously I won't be there for the rest of their lives. So that's what I'd like to do. I'd like to, it's not necessarily, I've never really tried, whatever I've done in my life, yeah, okay, partly it might have been for me, but really I always have that end goal of, right, I'm going to die, so I need to make sure that I do all I can in this life and absorb as much as I can. I can't rely on anyone else. I've got to take the weight of the world on my shoulders, absorb all I can, so that then I can pass that down to my kids or my grandkids, or whoever's kids or grandkids, you know, or whatever, I don't know. But as many people as I can, so that then they feel secure within their life, because I've never felt secure in my life, and I want to make sure that I can gain some security within myself, gain knowledge, gain all that sort of stuff for myself, and then pass it on and give that security, impart that wisdom, impart that security to the next generation, so that then they can do the same to the generation after that, etc. And that, I don't think many people actually ponder on that and what that means, how valuable that is. You know, a lot of people brush that off and say, oh, well, you know, it's not that important, or it's not that, doesn't mean that much. But, I mean, really think about it. The job of a mother or a father is incredibly, incredibly important, and not just intellectually, for building people up intellectually, but for really giving that person security in what they're doing, and a good philosophy, a strong philosophy to live by, so that then they can walk through life being comfortable and happy in whatever they do, whatever they choose to do, not just one thing or another thing or another thing, everything, whatever they choose to do in their life. And that's a very important job. That's an incredibly important job. And that's why I do YouTube, because every time I come on YouTube, or most of the times I come on YouTube, I always think to myself, I reckon in 200 years' time, when I'm gone, people will watch my videos. And I'm not so egotistical to think that I've got incredible amounts of knowledge that is going to be worthwhile to everyone. But I do think there are certain things in these videos, and there will remain to be certain things in these videos, that if people watch them, they will pick up little nuggets of knowledge, of which can help them within their life, and can give them some sense of security or some sense of happiness. And not necessarily in Thursday talks or in my reselling videos, but certainly as I shift my focus a little bit and do more philosophy videos, that's where I feel that's going to come into its own, really, with my philosophy channel. And if people end up, if I end up building up hundreds of videos on that channel over my life, and then people have that as a vessel in which they can use in 200 years' time and think, oh, there was a guy 200 years ago who felt the same things as I felt, or did the same things as I do, and that really makes me feel good. Because when I look back at people like Jung or Alan Watts, 50 years ago, 100 years ago, I get that same feeling of, oh, there was people before me who drew these same conclusions, or there's people before me who had these sort of insecurities or these sort of parallels. And that makes me feel secure, you see. So if I can do that for someone else in 200 years' time, then I've not got the right to not do that. That's taken out of my hands. I need to do that for them. That's not my decision to make. That is almost a divine decision in which I have to do it for that person. In one way, it's an act of being selfless. In another way, it's an act of being selfish because I enjoy talking and doing videos and stuff anyway. But yeah, essentially, so that's the goal. It's to help someone in the future. That's always been my goal, for a long time now, for a good few years. All the stuff I'm doing now, forget me, I'm gone. My life's gone. I'm done. I've always said, I've said that for quite a while. I'm done. There's no hope for me. I'm gone. I don't say that in a depressive way. I say that in I'm being realistic. I'm done. I'm gone. But my kids or my grandkids or whoever it may be, they're not gone. They're not even here yet. So for me, just imparting that security, helping them, that's a worthwhile cause. And then they need to understand at a certain point of their life that they're gone. And they need to do the same for the next generation. That's how it works, So, anyway, I'll leave it there. And I will say goodbye. Thank you very much for sticking with my ramblings at the end there. And, yeah, I suppose I will see you next week. I've got a video coming out tonight. Oh, is it coming out tonight? Oh, God, I didn't think about that. Oh, no, tomorrow night. It's coming out tomorrow night. I thought, why would I put 2 videos on the same day? I don't normally like doing that. I do it occasionally, though. But, no, it's coming out tomorrow. Charity shop video. So, yeah. If you want to watch charity shop video, charity shop hunting video, then do give that a watch. And, yeah, I will see you very soon. So, thank you very much for everyone popping in.